y'all. I'm Tea Priestess. This is Tea Priestess Tarot. Okay, so I have never mentioned on this channel about my other Tea Priestess channel that I have that is a intuitive channel. It's same name, but just without the tarot. So, you know, it's on, I put it on this channel now. Just go under channels and then it's there. So if you're ever interested in just intuitive messages, I'm getting through all of the like monthlies, since I got all of the tarot done. Now I'm working on the intuitives, but I also still have, like, if you want to go back to August and look at August, if you want to look at signs by groups, I have that, and then some other messages. So, you know, if you don't like cards or you don't want to watch me do cards, I also just do intuitive, you know. God be blessing. Okay. But this is going to be I think a message. I don't know. We're gonna see what comes out. The divine don't really be telling me until I start. So, I mean, go through it. But I think it's going to be like an overall for all signs for the month of September. I think that's what I'm getting. I think that's what's gonna go on. I'm starting off with the tarot and not any oracles, and then I'll move to oracle cards. I hope that y'all are doing amazing, you know. Getting ready for this month of September. Revealing season is about to start, okay? People had prep time this whole past year. Now it's time to reveal. That's just what I know. That's not from what I picked up yet. So I don't know, but I mean, my head is doing something. I don't know what's going on, but it just started throbbing, like just now, like in this very moment. Am I dying? Okay, I'm not. I mean, we're all gonna die, but I don't know what that's trying to tell me right now. I really don't. Because then it just went away. But now it's back. I don't know. All right, so the Empress, starting off the month. So it's like filled with, the month is going to start off being filled with plenty of, I'm getting like ideas, a lot of ideas, a lot of putting forth what you have learned, what you have gained, and using that into the world. I mean, that's what the Empress do. So that's like literally what, yeah. So it's like you're putting forth this. Three of Wands is like you are, because the Three of Wands is in between the Hierophant. So it's like you're kind of waiting to put the ideas out there on God to see where you need to put them out, how you need to put them out. Where does God want these ideas, want these, I'm hearing like crafts, creations, things that you're creating, things that you're doing. Like, where does God want you to utilize these ideas? And it, like Inception, like you're about to incept something. Inception, that's like an idea. You know, the movie was about an idea, placing an idea inside of, oh, okay, you're waiting, that's it. So starting off, maybe it's not giving ideas, you're waiting on the divine to give you the ideas. Yeah, because Inception comes, they planted an idea into heads, into people's minds. or overall, the one big idea that they placed is like one big ass idea, but it's like a really small idea, and it's just an idea, a thought that they placed into that man's head, but they had to go deep, 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 deep. I don't know why I'm thinking about the whole movie. It's like the whole movie is playing in my head. I don't know. Like right now I'm thinking about the whole scene where, I don't know why Inception. Okay, maybe this has something to do with it. I don't know. But I'm thinking about the whole part where they were in the hallway. I think this is like the second level that they went down. Yeah, because they was in the hotel, and then they had to, in that same one, they went to the van and then had to drop into the water. And that was the hotel level. But I'm thinking about the whole scene, like the fighting scene, when like they was fighting but they was floating at the same time, because in the other levels, oh no, the hotel was a further level down. That movie, I don't know why I'm thinking about this whole movie. Like the whole movie is running through my head. Okay. I don't know, but yeah, because Four of Swords, like you're waiting on the divine to give you an idea. Like that's what it's coming up to. Shit. I don't know. Okay. All right, Five of Pentacles is like you're waiting on this idea. Okay, you're waiting on the divine to bring you this idea, so that way you can leave whatever energy starting off in the beginning of September or something. I'm getting like, yeah, beginning of September, because maybe in the end of August you were in some type of like Five of Pentacles energy where it was like, you was like, I'm kind of going through some things right now. And the divine kind of forced you to look at that. And so you're waiting on, okay, well, when am I going to get out of this? When is the idea going to form that I can take to the world? Something like that. On the bottom is King of Wands. So yeah, when am I gonna get this idea, these ideas, so that way I can use them, you know, be out here doing shit with them. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm getting confusion right now. I am getting a little confusion. This is kind of confusing. Because Inception, the movie as a whole, like the concept of Inception is confusing in a way. It can be, because it's like they went in somebody's head and they went into like different levels, into different dreams inside a head of somebody. I don't fucking know. Why am I thinking about this? Why am I so confused? Why are y'all making me so confused? What is going on? Maybe y'all are really confused. And you're starting off September like so confused, because I'm so confused. 3 cards came out. Confusion again. Okay, I'm playing, but kind of. Okay, it's 5 of Cups, so it's like, yeah, you're wanting to leave whatever you've been going through, whatever hardship, whatever the fuck behind, and just be like, I'm ready to not think about that or not worry about it anymore. And then the 5 of Swords, so yeah, you're ready to cut it off, like just be done. Like, I'm just really okay. This reading is very confusing, but it's also, I've seen almost every 11 since the beginning of the reading. I just saw 9/11, so it's like an alarm kind of, but it's still good. It's like a completion number. So you're confused about cutting people off, or you have cut people off, and now that you have cut people off, you've left situations. Now you're like, okay, what's next, Divine Spirit? What's next? Something like that. And so you're waiting on, when can I do what's next? When can I do what's next? And so you're like trying to figure this out, but you're giving Like you don't want to wait or something, and that's why you're like giving off, yeah, 7 of Wands. Like it's like you want to rush, you want to hurry up and do it. Like you want to get to, I just saw another 11. Like you want to hurry up and get to it, you want to get through it, you want to go, you want the ideas now. It's my idea and I need it now. Except it's not, it belongs to God. So God only gives you the ideas and you use them. I'm getting with me saying that, it's like, just wait. Like you have to wait, really, for real. Because like in Inception, at first, like, because they couldn't really, they had to, and before they could really plant the idea into the son of the billionaire or whatever the fuck, who was dying, whatever the fuck was going on, and it was like in the bottom dream, well, before the like purgatory or whatever that shit was called, they had to like wait for him to like get to that point. Like they couldn't rush him, the man who they were trying to plant the idea into, the team, like the people who were plotting on this man to plant the idea. They couldn't rush him because he even though he didn't know that they were planning and plotting on him, he had no idea. He had no idea that they were planning and plotting on him. But they had to wait on him to be able to plant the idea, because he had, like, I think he was getting sick, like he was almost dying or something was going on with him, but he was like, he wasn't in a state where they could do it. And so another 11, they had to wait on him to get ready for him to be able to, because he had to face his dying dad. I'm probably telling this whole movie. If you ain't never seen Inception, I mean, that movie is like over 10 years old now, so it's like, if you ain't seen the movie, then welcome, okay? But it's like they had to wait until he was ready to go face his dying daddy inside of that room, even though it wasn't his real dying. His daddy really did die in real person, in real life. But in the dream, like, they had created the whole scene again. Something like that. And so they had to wait on him to go, like, be able to prepare for that. So, like, Hangman, like, you gotta wait and prepare. Like, it's like a forced stop. Like, it was a forced stop, even though, like, it was like because he had a trained mind. And so, like, he had, like, basically, like, you know, fighters. So, okay, like, you know, people who would cut off the people who was trying to get in his mind. Legit 5 of Swords. Like, he had people. Look, Knight of Swords. He had people who was ready to be defending his mind. But it was, like, they looked like people, but they weren't really people. It was, like, whatever the fuck, his defense mechanisms inside of his brain that they had built up. Again, confusion, I don't know. I just fucking fuck with the movie, but when you really think about it, it's like, huh? Okay, whatever. But it's like something like that. Like, it's like there's some defense mechanisms that y'all have, or that is there. And that's why you're not ready for the idea yet. That's why you're not ready for the idea yet. And so you have to get ready. You have to go through the multi-levels. Look, you gotta go to sleep. You gotta go to sleep. Because they all had to go to sleep in order to be able to go through these dream levels. Whatever the fuck they were called. Because they would go on kicks to get out of the dream. Like, falling in the water is a kick. dying in some place is a kick to take you to the next one. But sometimes if you die lower, all right, I don't know why I'm discussing this whole fucking movie. Okay, I mean, but the son, yeah, and it's like once they planted the idea into the head, because once he was ready to face his dying daddy, then it was like he faced his dying daddy. But okay, they planted this horrible ass idea into this man's head, basically, and it was like that his daddy never loved him. It's horrible, but like his daddy never loved him. He never wanted him to have his empire, something like that. I can't remember. And so basically they wanted him to basically have hate in his heart for his daddy. Horrible people. But that's what they did, because the competitor, like the competing entity man, he did all this. He constructed this whole thing, basically. And so basically from there, it's like, once they started going into the levels and doing all this shit, it was like, they had to make the daddy of the man the computer man was competing against. They had to make the computer man, daddy, like dying daddy, be like, basically, I never loved you, some horrible shit like that. I can't remember, but he like basically died, and then he said some horrible shit and then took his last breath. I'm trying not to laugh. I'm not laughing at that. It's just when you really think about the movie, just the movie, like not based on like real life, because it's a movie. Like that's some horrible shit, and it's like y'all y'all placed an idea like that inside that man's head. But yeah, okay, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. I just saw another 11. Maybe it's just like, hold up, I need some more cards or something, because I'm still very confused. But I feel like the confusion, because in the movie, I mean, like he's confused. Like the man, like once he wakes up, he never, like, because they was on a plane, like a private plane or whatever. They set up this whole thing, okay? Once they got up from this plane, maybe not a private plane, but some type of, you know, ritzy type of plane where it was still a small amount of people, but they didn't know each other. I don't fucking know. But it was high class. But it's like once they planted all of these, or this main idea, after going deep into dream state, and they were all asleep. One, he didn't know that he was asleep and he was put to sleep. He just thought he went to sleep. Then two, whenever he woke up, he didn't know that an idea was just planted into him. He didn't know. And then when he woke up finally, he also didn't know that they basically drugged him. Like, it's just so much like confusion. Like, if he could have been in a whole state of confusion. I mean, like, because when he woke up a little bit, he was like a little confused. But it was like, I mean, like everybody was kind of confused, because some of them died. Like 2 of them died in the last part, because they went down. And so 2 of them died, or they got like really old. Like Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know the Asian man name, but I like him as an actor. I don't know his name though. But they both like died in another dream, and then they went back down to like the purgatory type whatever dream place in the brain. I don't know. And so from there, it's like, this is making me itch. It's too much going on. Okay. Like they had to, like they thought they might be dead or something, and they had to rescue each other. and then get kicked back all the way up. So when them two woke up on the plane, then it was like, then they were looking at the man who they placed the idea into, and it was like, did we do it? So it was like, you know, confusion all over the place. I think that's what I'm saying. And then I just saw another 11. So it's like, there's a lot of confusion. There's just a lot of confusion. But you're getting the idea. Like right now, like I'm getting the idea. But you're getting the idea. Like you're gonna get the idea. It's just, it's not gonna be like how you think. Or like, why the fuck? I don't like all of it. I'm so confused, but that's like what it is. Like, it's like, you're confused. You're confused, but it's like a good thing. Cause the sun, you know? The sun is like the biggest thing. And 8 of Wands, so it's gonna happen fast. And you're not gonna really see it coming. You're not gonna see it coming. But you're gonna have the idea. 4 of Pentacles. You're gonna have the idea because you're gonna have whatever you need. You're gonna have whatever you need. You're gonna get whatever you need. And look, Ace of Cups. You're gonna definitely have what you need. You're gonna definitely have what you need. I just saw 2121, so it's like the divine is going to match up with you. Legit. Like in a dream type status way. In something like that. But you're not going to get these ideas in the way that you're thinking. Or like this. I mean, with the Empress, it's like I'm getting ideas for a lot of reasons. Especially with the 4 of Swords. Ideas. And like the 5 of Swords, you know, it's in the mind. You know. Knight of Swords, mind. The Hangman just makes you want to wait. You have to wait. Until the divine be like, okay, now it's time to move. You know, same shit. I don't fucking know. I think this is the most confusing reading I've ever done. Okay. Maybe it'll come together. Maybe it's coming together. I mean, yeah, maybe it's coming together. Yeah, protection, call back your power. Cut the cord, soul retrieval. It's like the planted things that the man had that was defending itself, defending him inside these dreams that these people had to fight, even though they was trying to plant this idea. Because it's like his mind knew that they was trying to plant, they was trying to do something to his mind. And that's why he had these like things fighting, like these people and things. He had like a whole army, and each time they went lower and lower and lower, another 11. Each time they went lower and lower and lower, the fighting, defense, whatever, got bigger. Like eventually went from like a few people to like a whole ass army at the bottom, at the very last, before the purgatory, because he didn't go to purgatory, so, or whatever that level was called. But in the very last level, with the level where he had to face his daddy who was dying, like that level was like the army. Like that's the one where he had to face his daddy. And so that's the one where it was more heavily protected. It was the most heavily protected. Okay, protection. And then the crumbling happened. Like literally like after that. Like after the idea was planted, after his daddy said the horrible shit that he said, and then I'm sorry. But that part is not funny. It's just like, it's horrible that they made him like go through that. And that's an actual memory that they created for him, which is horrible. That's what I'm laughing at. I be laughing at weird, awkward shit. So it's like, I don't know. But that's what's going on. Like, it's like, something is protecting your mind against these ideas being planted inside you. But once it is planted, then it's a crumbling. And then once the crumbling happens, okay, don't dim to fit in comes out. Because it's like you allowed the idea to come in. And so now you're supposed to not dim to fit in. Or the things that are protecting you is not allowing you to not dim to fit in. And transformation comes out, okay? Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Yeah, and then it's happening. I swear this is like Inception. Like, it's like they literally transformed that man. They really like transformed his mind. So it's like, okay, something is causing you, like how I can't get this out and I can't figure it. I'm sorry, how I can't figure this out and I can't get it out. It's like y'all are protecting something in your mind from getting these ideas, from getting what you need. But once it is through fighting, through going through multiple dream layers, which could be in like real life, getting rid of like layers of defense. So like I just saw another living, like going through layers of like subconscious thinking, because that's basically what they was doing, like cutting through his subconscious, basically layer after layer after layer after layer of his subconscious. And they had to keep going deeper and deeper and deeper to really get to where they could fuck him up.
I'm better now. On my high priestess shit. I'm better now. On my high priestess shit.